Hey, it's Jeff Summers with Watch You Know, and today a special treat for you, the Adam Benedict Genesis 1. Yes, this watch tells time, but it also teaches you how to relax and breathe. And we'll be getting into that a little bit, but I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about the watch in the overview. Then I'm going to take it outside, let you see what it looks like in the sunlight. Finally, I'll give you my honest opinion, and then a bonus. The owner and creator of Adam Benedict Watches will be telling you a little bit about the company and how it came about. So hopefully you enjoy that and make it that far in the video. So if you like it, please subscribe to the channel. Let's waste no more time and get right into it. Thanks to Adam Lassner for sending this watch in for review. He's the owner and founder of Adam Benedict Watches. In this overview, I'm going to really just stick to the facts and then give you my opinion later on. And of course, we're going to hear from Adam at the very end of this video to give you a little history of the company. Now, the watch measures 40 millimeters in diameter. The thickness of the watch is 11 millimeters. And the lug width is 20 millimeters, making it easy for you to find straps because 20 millimeters is the most common strap size. And the case on this timepiece is made of 316L stainless steel. We see that there are brushed and polished surfaces on the watch, but mostly it is brushed. This timepiece has sapphire crystal with an anti-reflective coating and is water resistant up to 100 meters. The dial has a matte finish with applied markers, and the watch is lumed, and the illumination is on the hour, minute, and seconds hand. Now on the seconds hand, it's just illuminated with a little tiny circle which runs along the breathing track. And the concept of this watch is to inhale through the nose for 4 seconds on the white markers and exhale for 6 seconds, which is on the green markers. And this type of breathing technique is known as paced breathing. And paced breathing really has been researched widely to examine its efficacy and has been found to be beneficial for a wide variety of issues, both physical and psychological. You'll notice that the watch is quartz, and I really find that in this case, quartz is the very best way to go because of the secondary purpose of the watch being breathing and counting the exact seconds. So you really can count those ticks a little bit easier, I think, than if it was an automatic watch. When we go to the back of the watch, we also see some information. We see it's assembled in the US. I believe it's assembled in Florida. Sapphire glass, 316L steel, stainless steel, of course. Water resistant to 100 meters and has a Swiss movement. Specifically the Ronda 704, which comes in the range of losing 10 seconds or gaining 20 seconds per month. This watch uses parts that are sourced from Hong Kong, which really is part of China, and of course with the Ronda movement from Switzerland. Now the strap is made of Italian leather with some off-white stitching near the lugs and on the outer end of the strap. The buckle is engraved with the company logo. Adam Benedict watches have one of the best warranties that I've seen, and that is a 5-year warranty. The price of this timepiece is $295. Now I'm going to take the watch outside, let you see what it looks like in the sunlight. Then I'll give you my opinion, and then we'll wrap it up with hearing from Adam Lassner, who is the owner of Adam Benedict Watches. All right, we're in the garden with the Adam Benedict Genesis 1, and I figured this would be probably one of the best places to video this watch because it's all about relaxation, breathing, and that's what we get when we're in the garden. We get just relaxed and kind of forget our worries and troubles. And that's the point of this watch, to just help you along that path. It's well done, and we see it reads pretty well in the sun. Not any glare, because we have anti-glare coating on this watch. So good job with that. All right. So if you are familiar with my channel, you know that I usually give my opinion at the very end and include things that I don't really like about the timepiece. And honestly, I can't really find anything at fault with this watch except for possibly the price. And really, when you think about it, anything you buy you wish was less expensive. It's not outlandish to be asking the $295 that Adam Benedict watches are asking for this timepiece. Let's get right into 5 reasons why you will want this watch. And these aren't in any order, but the first one I think is really important, and that is that this watch helps you calm down when stressed. According to the American Institute on Stress, 77% of people experience stress that affects their physical health, and 73% have stress that affect their mental health. Mindful or paced breathing has been proven to combat stress, improve brain function, and boost energy levels. Personally, I use paced breathing every day, which is why I seem to have a really great connection with this watch. And I can tell you that if you do a 4-second deep breath inhalation through the nose and 6-second exhalation through the mouth, and go through that cycle several times, you definitely are going to be promoting a better and less stressful you. The second reason you should buy this watch is that it's really built to last. The sapphire glass with anti-reflective coating is a good example. Adam could have gone with mineral glass, but it's obvious he didn't want to cut any corners and make a watch that is really going to last the test of time. No pun intended. And the AR coating is a really appreciated touch. All right, the next reason I have that you will want to buy this watch is the watch box itself and the presentation. Most micro brands don't invest the time and money into developing a beautiful watch box. Not here. The Adam Benedict watch box not only looks great, but has a wonderful cedar smell. The fourth reason you're going to want this watch is the lume. It has fantastic lume. It's so good that you can actually tell the difference between the inhalation and exhalation markers on the dial in the dark. The only suggestion that I would have might be to contrast the inhale and exhale cycle by contrasting the lume color, blue versus green. But I'm not sure how you would actually do that. But nonetheless, it's still great lume. The final reason I think that you should buy this watch is that the company has an exciting story. So much so that the New York Times did an article on Adam Lassner and Adam Benedict watches. I'll put a link to that article in the description below, which you can certainly read about. But why don't we have Adam tell you about the company and the Genesis collection himself?
Hi all, Adam here. First and foremost, thanks Jeff for putting this video together and for reviewing the Adam Benedict Genesis 01 that I have on wrist today. This entire Adam Benedict story, I would say, started when I was probably 6 or 7 years old when I started wearing my first watches. I wore watches through my childhood, through my teenage years, playing sports. And then in 2019, my dad gave me a watch with the brand name Benedict. Now, Benedict is my second name and also the name of my great-grandfather. So it was super cool that there was a watch brand with our family shared name. Lo and behold, I find out through a lot of Googling and a lot of research that that brand belonged to our family in Switzerland. So my great-grandfather's first cousin, he had the Benedict brand in La Chaux-de-Fonds from 1930 to early 1970s. But furthermore, it wasn't just him who was into watches in our family. Our great-great-great-grandfather, who was born in 1844 in Belarus and passed probably in the late 19-teens, early 1920s, he was the biggest watch and clock manufacturer in the early 1900s in Moscow. His factory was the first to switch from a foot and hand production method to a mechanical production method, making him one of the biggest producers at that time. And he was producing pocket watches using components from Switzerland. He had many grandchildren, but two in specific in this story, my great-grandfather and the individual Leon Zuckerman, who had the Benedict brand in La Chaux-de-Fonds from, as I said, from 1930 to 1970. So all of a sudden, with this one watch, I rediscovered this entire 100+ year family history in the industry. Leon's son, furthermore, was involved in the conglomeration of the Swatch Group in Geneva, or in Switzerland rather, through the 1970s and 1980s as a consultant for McKinsey. Crazy stuff to be given one single watch and unlock this entire family history, which in a way made sense why I liked watches. I had no real rationale for it before. Yeah, I'm good with time, pretty on time for the most part, but yeah, I couldn't believe that there was this whole history and that it was connected to my actual name. So the Adam Benedict project was inspired by the family history. Now, the second big part to it is inspired by family history, designed for the present. The Adam Benedict Genesis collection introduces the watch world with a unique design motif, which you'll see in Jeff's video, that promotes mindful breathing. Now, through the use of alternating colors at a 4:6 ratio around the seconds minute track, wearers are reminded to refocus on their breath at an optimal breathing cadence of 4-second inhale, 6-second exhale. Mindful breathing has been also a mainstay in my life since a very young age and has become even more important through the COVID-19 pandemic, where I was living alone here in New York. Also, when I was studying outside of the US, again, alone through lockdowns, and mindful breathing was just tremendously helpful in keeping my sanity, keeping me centered and calm throughout tremendously difficult times for all of us. So this whole new concept is promoting mindful breathing to a watch world in an analog form. Yes, this stuff exists in Apple Watches, Samsung watches, but those may be obsolete within a few years. This Adam Benedict Genesis collection, again, using Swiss components assembled in the US, this is not meant to last a few years. This is meant to last as long as it can. Analog watches are really something that I love. Digital, beautiful, but there's just something different with analog, and I really am so excited to bring this collection into the world and to share with all of you guys. Now, thanks so much again, Jeff, and I appreciate your time putting this video together. And to all the viewers, check out adambenedict.com. If you have any interest, shoot me a message, happy to talk. And there will be a second collection coming out later this year, but leaving that teaser on Jeff's channel, but a lot more to come on that later. Follow us on Instagram if you have the chance, and appreciate your time as well. See you in a bit.
Hey, thanks for watching that video on this Adam Benedict watch. Hopefully you enjoyed it and learned a little bit about the watch, the company, and were entertained. So I am looking forward to several reviews coming up, including one which I'll feature this. Yes, I have a Turbulent, and also a Seagull 1963, and watch case box watch roll from Mirage Luxury Travel. And I know I reviewed one before, but this one has 6 slots. So that's all coming up, and hopefully you are a subscriber to the channel. If not, please just click that button. It doesn't take much effort to do that. Leave a comment below, and I look forward to seeing you in that next watch review. Bye.